Hey, hi, hello. We're gonna play D&D on this here thing we call Unveiled with these bunch of nerds, and it's gonna be great. We're gonna do introductions, and then I'll do a recap, and it'll be great. Hi, Joff.
I was muted. I unmuted myself, and then I muted myself again, and then I unmuted again, and then I started talking, and here I am talking, and my name is down there, and right there, and I play this character also over here. Hold on, right there. I see it right there, and then at some point we'll win. I'm pretty excited for playing Monopoly tonight. I have 16 of my real dollars, and I'm going to sit on Boardwalk. Over to you, Andy.
I don't think you've gotten Boardwalk yet. I don't know if we've been around to those squares.
Place.
Oh, okay.
Park. Place.
Well, I have all the railroads, so get fucked. Hi, Amador.
Hi, Andy. I'm Amador, and I do things, I play things, but today I'm playing a Grung artificer named Argyle. Back to you, Andy.
Hell yeah. Hi, Juice.
Hi, I'm Saris, and I'm playing Juice.
Fuck yeah. Hi, Chris.
I'm Chris, and I'm playing a centaur named Tilvius. He looks a little something like that.
He's beautiful, literally.
He's also a musician.
Yeah. We will be missing, unfortunately, Emily, who plays Gerda, and Tony, who plays Rosati tonight. Hopefully back next week. We miss them and wish them the best on this the night that they are missing. Last time we made it to Port Saris. We went down to the beach and saw some stuff, and then we went into the city and saw some more stuff, and then we went to Guildhall and saw some more stuff, and it was a good time. Then we went to a mansion and we saw some more stuff. And that's pretty much what happened. There was a dog at the end of it, and I think that about wraps up our recap for tonight.
It had those heads.
Trace heads, I believe.
Trace heads.
Trace heads.
Oh, the ones that Yari fought.
Yes.
I think.
Yeah, the ones that Yari and
Argyle
fought had 2 heads. This one has 3. So, I don't remember who all was in the room with it.
Yari and Tilvius went in.
But as far as I'm concerned, I'm just gonna let you go and do whatever it is you're doing. Yeah, in front of you there's, like, from behind the curtain is this 3-headed creature, and we're just gonna jump into it.
Are we initiative rolling, or
Where am I? I don't remember. You gotta know these.
I think you're still in the hallway, my dude. I think you and Kevin are still peeking around the door.
Yeah, you and Kevin are peeking around the door. Yari walked in, and then when she got about like 20 feet in, or something like that, like 2/3 of the way in the room, which seemed like a pretty big room, maybe a study or something like that. That's when a cute little pooch appeared.
A Cerberus? It's Cerberus?
I mean, are you paying a lot of attention to it? Do you wanna roll for it?
I don't think.
See what you can see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a roll.
I'll roll.
It can be
do you want?
perception or investigation or arcana or nature, whatever you want. You tell me.
Bad at all of those things.
Well, come up with one, and I'll tell you what you know off of it.
I'll just do perception. That's a 13.
It's very, like, a very ragged creature. It does not look well kept at all. You imagine if you tossed something out in the woods for a week and it came back, this is about what it would look like.
But it's a dog with 3 heads.
Yeah.
It's not like an apparition.
As far as you can tell, it doesn't appear to be see-through. Like, you're not peering through it. I don't believe any of you have seen a ghost before, but
Right. Who were the people we met when we got here and they were like, go into that room? I don't remember.
You only met one guy who is currently about 5 feet back from you, Sirius. It's like this older gentleman, very like string bean wearing black finery with a nice handlebar mustache, bald head.
Got a name?
You didn't ask.
Yeah, we didn't ask yet.
We didn't
Oh,
ask
what?
the dudes. Isn't it like Lord? Like Lord?
No,
like,
it's not Lord. It's not Vadir.
No, it's not. He's not
it's
the
one of
owner
his
the
workers.
house. Yeah.
It's like a
Yeah.
butler.
Yeah.
I'm gonna because Josh
Or-
assumed that was Vadir. I'm gonna assume that's
Cirrus
Vadir.
assumes as well.
That's a very serious thing to assume. I love that.
Tilvius made jerky on his journey. He's gonna reach into his saddlebag and throw a piece of jerky in front of the
I'm
dog.
gonna turn around and be like, Your Honor, is that your dog?
No. as you throw the jerky, you watch as the dog, like this creature, like jumps backward and just starts yelping at you. It's not really like a growl, but more of like this high pitched yelp, and it's
But
only
is it,
coming.
like-
You only hear it in one tone. It's not coming from all the heads.
Is it like a dog you were expecting to be in that room?
No, there's supposed to be an apparition. If
Well,
you would be so kind as to,
that's just a dog with 3 heads.
if you would be so kind as to remove it.
The dog?
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, Yari. He wants us to get rid of the dog. Yes, Your Honor, Your Lordship,
That's
Your Grace.
He just looks really confused at you.
Sidis, I don't think that's the Lord.
Jesus Christ, you can't say that. They'll throw you in jail. We are not members of the seditionist party.
Seditionist. That's good. If you would be so kind.
I'm gonna pick up the piece of jerky and try and do like maybe an animal handling check. See if I can calm the dog down. Let's see. I'm gonna push a button to roll today. Animal handling. Well, it's not
Also,
as good as it
what's-
could be. It's
what's
a 12.
What's your passive perception?
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, like what is it?
It's 21.
Okay. And you got a
Not
12 on
true.
animal handling?
Yeah,
No. Your passive perception is 21?
it is
Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah,
He's
he has
got a
that feat.
nuts fucking passive perception.
How is that even possible in D&D? I don't understand.
I used
He's level 4.
I used a feat to do it.
What feat does
Well,
that?
I used a servant, and I got a pretty good.
Observant.
I got
What
a
is
pretty
it,
good
servant, like
wisdom.
plus 10?
What?
Oh, it's +5.
Yeah, it's +5, and then he's proficient.
And then I'm proficient in perception, and I got a pretty good wisdom. It all stacks up.
Jesus.
Well, see, the idea was, she's always on the lookout for someone trying to get her.
Okay.
So, with your 12 in animal handling, you don't like this creature doesn't seem to be taking a step towards you. But you get the vibe that it just really wants everybody to leave it alone. It's not interested in food at all.
Is there a window?
Yes.
I'll just go open the window.
Okay.
How did you get in
You
here,
can
doggy?
definitely do that. Give me just a second though before you do. So with
Okay.
your like natural insane passive perception, as you kind of like reach forward to pick up this jerky and hand it out, you notice like weird gaps in the fur. Like there's fur missing in strange places and lines and whatnot.
The rabbit dog.
As if it
Let
had
it
been
do-
chained.
Don't let it dirty pinch you.
Dirty fan.
Does it look like does it look like chains or does it look like surgery?
I think you'd have to roll for that.
Okay.
Does it have a crush on Ariel, the Little Mermaid?
They're married. I'll have you know.
I don't know, buddy. That's a rough one.
I guess what medicine?
Yeah, if you want, that would be a way to know if there was like surgery done.
Not bad. 17.
Huh. So you're not terribly well versed in surgery. You don't have a lot of medical experience besides treating like random wounds here and there.
Well, I've been cut before and probably sewn.
Right. That's about the extent of your medical knowledge. But as you're kind of looking at this, if you were to try to create something, or like perform surgery on an animal, you're like, these places would make sense where it's missing fur. And as you're kind of looking and thinking along this line medically, you look at the two heads on the side of this thing, and both are missing rings of fur where like the neck connects to the head.
Argyle? Tilvius? Maybe? Tilvius, you know healing stuff. Argyle, you know stuff.
And this creature is like barking and snapping at this point.
This... I don't think this is one dog. I mean, look at those marks. It looks like somebody took a deck of dog and shuffled the dog.
It is at this point that those outside, the man that led you in kind of sticks his head in. If you all would be so kind as to remove this.
This isn't a ghost. It's a...
This is not exactly the job that we took. We took a job for a ghost. This is not a ghost.
Hold on, Your Honor. We're working on it.
Senor, are you sure this is a ghost? This does not look like a ghost. This looks like a dog.
I've never seen a ghost, but I would prefer.
But you have seen a dog, right?
We don't allow animals on the premises.
That's not what I asked.
Yes, I am familiar with canines.
I asked simply, how did this happen?
This really is not the time to have this conversation, he says at the barking, snapping mutt in the corner.
Do not worry about him. Answer my question. We have this situation under control.
Yeah, it's not like the dog. I'm sorry, the ghost is going anywhere.
So it is this creature, as you say that, is kind of like backing up in the room towards the corner, kind of like
away from us, though.
everyone.
Is there anything special about the corner?
Not that you can see.
As I'm moving around the room, is there anyone in there other than me?
I'm in there.
Well, I mean, within 10 feet of me.
Oh.
Because I'll know.
No, there is not.
Okay.
Would this dog qualify as a creature?
Yes.
I would like to try to charm it.
Yes.
Yeah, go for it. Please tell me what happens if
charm
you
the
fail,
dog.
as a side note.
I mean, it doesn't say. That's kind of up to you.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to use Fey Presence,
What's the
which
save?
means DC 13.
Okay.
Here, poochie.
So it fails. It's saving throw.
Pooch. Here, poochie. Pooch.
You watch as it's kind of like backing up towards this corner, kind of like shrinking into the corner, and then
It's
it
okay.
stops as you extend this veil over it, that same like glittery fairy light. and then its disposition changes as it like hunches forward and kind of pulls itself up to its full height.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
You watch as this dog that was maybe like a foot and a half tall, kind of grows to well over 2 feet at this point as it stands up to its full height, and starts to lumber towards you. It's not growling or barking or whining anymore. It's just kind of quietly moving towards you.
Good,
And
good,
the door-
Poochie. Let's go outside.
Next to you, you hear very hasty footsteps away.
We're gonna go outside, get some fresh air, maybe a bone. You can chase a cat.
You watch as it continues to take steps towards you.
I'm gonna take steps backwards and continue to be. Come, follow me. It's okay.
Is there a
Get out
time
of this.
limit on this charm, by the way?
I don't think so.
Oh shit!
Oh, wait a minute. Fey presence.
Oh no! Until the end of my next turn.
Oh,
So that's pretty much already over.
Here,
Okay.
Poochie.
so it's continuing towards you. You know, it's walking towards you, and its whole demeanor has shifted from the
12
what-
seconds.
what it was before. Yeah, and it gets to the point where it's out of the door now, and it's in the hallway looking at you. This nice, ornate, beautiful hallway, and then the charm fades,
Here, wait a minute.
and then you watch
Got something
as-
important.
you watch as there's this shift in this creature as it suddenly looks very confused. It shakes its heads around.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
It's already outside.
It's in the hallway already.
Well, that's closer to the outside.
And as the charm fades and there's this like shifting of heads and this confusion, it lunges towards you. And now we'll roll initiative.
Ah, crap.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, wow.
It did great. I got a 2.
Oh god. Okay.
I think Yari and I are probably going first.
I think I'm always going first.
Maybe. I don't know about this time.
What do you have,
25 to 25
Plus
to 20.
21 to initiative?
I got a 28 on my initiative.
Possibly. God damn.
Well, I rolled a 19.
Was it okay? It was a 19. Okay.
I rolled a 19 and I have plus 9.
Fucking jackass.
I gotta take that.
Hey, at
All
least
right.
I'm not knocked.
So-
Knocked.
Knock's not even that bad. It's like +9.
That's mine. That's mine.
Yeah.
We're
See,
the
Knock
same.
isn't that. He's fine.
We're fine.
25 to 20.
23.
22.
Nice.
Damn.
We were all watching this dog and we were very ready. And then Cirrus was like, I got this. This dog is
That only
my
leaves
friend.
Cirrus. So Cirrus is just right there.
Eris
All
is like, I got that dog in me.
right.
The dog's
Yari,
a friend of mine.
Yari, you're up. At this same time, Gerda is very distracted, and Ruzadi is trying to take care of Gerda, as she is inspecting parts of the house. That's where
That she's
Gerda and
not supposed
Ruzadi
to.
are. Yeah. So Ruzadi's trying to take care of that.
Yeah, Gerda scurried off into a part of the house she wasn't supposed to go to, and Rusadi's
Well,
trying to
there's
get her
also
back.
in that
Yes.
little study, there's a lot of books that she might try to eat.
It's true.
You know, there's a lot of knowledge.
There's
she
a lot
might
of
consume.
everything she might try to eat in this house. But Yari, you are up.
It's about to lunge at our friend.
Yeah, it's
Um,
like getting ready to pounce.
Am I close enough to
Well,
close?
You tell me. You were back in the room, so it probably moved in those 12 seconds. It probably moved like 60 feet. I would say.
I was probably following it.
Yeah, then you're
but-
probably within range.
All right. Then I'll close and I'll attack.
Yeah.
But I don't think I'm trying to kill it. Like
Yeah.
it seems like it's just been beat up. I don't know really what's happening with this dog. So Yeah. I might do like non-lethal damage, maybe with the back of the blade.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll roll my attack. 16.
Yeah, that'll hit.
Oh, 6 points of damage.
Oh boy.
And I'll place a trap card upside down and my turn.
Yeah, so you guys watch as this thing is like leaning down to pounce, and before anybody can really react to this, Yari runs over and just whack with his stick. This poor thing. All right, Tilvius, what you got?
What do I got? I can see that Yari is trying not to kill it, so I don't want to kill it. I will, however, use my movement to get up to it and try to kick it.
Yeah, go for it.
Kick the dog.
Oh, 6.
6 misses. So as Yari kind of runs up and whacks it with the thing, you watch as it kind of like runs to the side just a little bit as you come up on the opposite and go to kick it with your hooves, and it's just slides out of the way as it kind of reactionary movement away from or towards Yari. That'll bring us to Argyle.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I will back 5 feet away from it as well.
Yes. So first, I want to. Okay, we're definitely trying not to kill this thing, right?
That's up to you. Yari was just
I'll actually
"He
shout
seems
out,
like a
try
dog."
not to kill it!
Okay. I will then. I think I'm just gonna take out
From down the hallway. You should kill it.
Okay. Can I try to non-lethal with a quarterstaff? I know strength isn't my forte, but
Yeah.
I think we're not really trying to hurt it. Okay. Does 14 hit?
Yes.
Okay. That deals a whopping 5 bludgeoning damage, non-lethal. Please.
Hell yeah. So you take your staff and you kind of slam it up into its ribs, and you hear this like audible crack as you take the staff, and then you wince just a little bit as the staff connects, and you hear this crack.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, all dogs go to heaven.
Okay. I feel bad, but I guess that's the end of my turn. Yeah.
So as it's kind of sitting here and it's just been assaulted on all sides by people, it kind of like continues down into that stance and leaps at Saris.
Oh, good. Is it making an attack?
Yes. It's gonna be a 16 to hit.
I cast shield.
Fuck. Okay.
Womp.
Well, shit. Okay. It leans down and it launches towards you, and as it does, you kind of like lean back just a little bit, and it just slams its heads straight against this wall of magical energy that you conjure in front of you.
Bad dog. Bad dog.
Is stopped there. At the same time as it kind of like pounced towards you, both of the heads on the side kind of come to life. They've been almost dead, like kind of dragging along. Both of them reach out and attempt to bite you.
I still have shield.
Yeah, 17 to hit.
Nope.
And a natural 20 to hit.
Nope. Did you buy it? Did he buy it?
So that's going to be 16 points of piercing damage.
Jesus.
As one of the heads kind of comes around.
I'm going to silvery barbs that attack.
Son of a bitch!
Yes, silvery barbs! You let Chris have silvery barbs.
I'm gonna shout out, not this time, and do like a little
So
Roll again, bitch.
So I did re-roll, and it's a 21 to hit. Does that hit through shield?
Well,
No.
yeah.
Fuck.
Not a critical.
So it's not a crit, but it is going to be 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Well, that's reasonable.
Yeah, as the head kind of comes around the shield, and as Tilvius yells at it, you see there's this momentary distraction. And instead of going for your neck, where it was aimed at, as it's still kind of like up in the air and
Kevin.
it's lunging around, it just kind of catches your shoulder instead of your neck. So the yell from Tilvius seems to have diverted it just a touch.
Who gets advantage?
Yari, I'll give you the advantage.
Whee!
And that will bring us to Cirrus. Also, I'm all for whatever spells have been printed. Just know I am also allowed to use them. So, yeah.
The dog casts silvery bars.
Just wait, motherfucker. It's gonna be a goddamn centipede casting shit.
Fine. I'm going to cast fear on it.
Fear? Oh shit. Wait, what?
Oh.
Isn't cause fear?
Isn't fear a fucking 3rd level spell? Holy shit.
Well, cause fear.
Oh,
Cause
cause fear. Okay.
I don't know all the spells. Get
No,
off
you're-
my butt.
You're good. I thought
Make
you were
a
casting
saving.
fear. I was
Make
like,
a wisdom save.
fear is dope. All right, we're making a wisdom save.
Oh wait, I don't want that at that level. I want that at this
16.
okay. Guys, I've gone through a lot of spells.
Can I silvery barbs that? His
No.
his save? I was
Too many barbs.
I think you can, right?
Too many barbs.
I think you can do it on saving throws.
I thought it was just attacks.
It's any roll, I think.
You could see within range the chosen
Succeeds
creature.
on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw. So
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
you can if
You
you
can.
if you so choose, you can use silvery barbs.
We're barbing the hell out of this dog.
All
Poor
right.
dogs.
How about a fucking 13?
Damn it, meets beef.
I tried.
All right. Our silvery bar.
Calm down, dog. Calm down, dog. You wouldn't like me when I'm angry.
Who gets
Any
Argyle's advantage, though?
Well, you can give advantage to every Lex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's give it a you, Cirrus. Unless you already have advantage.
It's not.
I don't, but I am done. I'm not going to get
Oh.
to go for a while.
Oh, Yari, you're gonna get it then.
I already
Yeah.
have one.
Oh, Tilvius, you
take
get it.
You don't want to give it to the dog?
No.
That'd be
Wait,
a turn of
if it
events.
goes to the dog, does one head get it, or does all 3 heads get it? What's your thought?
Who knows?
It's the next attack, I think. So.
It is the next attack. It's the next roll or whatever.
Yeah.
Yari.
All right. Well, I will. I will attempt to smack said pooch yet again. I roll to attack.
Hell yeah.
With advantage.
Oh yeah, with advantage. 24.
Yeah.
So I beef it for a total of. My rolls are good, but the damage is not. 7.
I mean, that's still pretty good, man.
And,
Yeah.
And then if it's still up, I will forego my bonus to my armor class and hit it with the flat side.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. For some reason, I can't roll that.
Scabbard.
I'm still proficient with it, so I must use this. Oh, I totally missed. That's 9.
Yeah, no, that does not hit. You take your one blade.
With
you slam it.
advantage?
No, I only had
you only
advantage
get it on the first
one.
one.
Oh.
You take the blade and you slam it down, and you feel the fur and whatever's under this fur shift and bend with the blade. As
Hey,
it
that's
kind of
gross.
Falls into it.
Gross.
Yeah. That'll bring us to Tilvius.
Okay, I'm gonna move back in and try to attack it with my hooves again. with
Yeah.
advantage. Uh, 14 with advantage.
Yep, that'll hit.
Okay, and non-lethal damage of 4. Plus, since Yari's also engaged with it, non-lethal sneak attack damage.
Oh, hell yeah.
An
Non-lethal
additional
sneak attack.
7.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Just knocking the wind right out of it.
You take your hoof and you kind of like slam it into its side, and you watch as it kind of like crinkles backwards, and you feel that same sensation of not like bone and muscle caving in, but like the skin just folds underneath your foot. Like there is something missing inside of this. And that'll bring us to Argyle.
Hello, I'm Argyle.
Can we introduce ourselves every time we attack?
Yeah.
It'll kind of be like an anime thing where instead of like naming our attack, where we're like Thunder Fist, we'll be like, I'm Argyle.
Great.
Beautiful.
I will. I'm gonna bump the dog again. Let's bump the pooch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, that definitely didn't hit. 9.
I posted in the
9
wrong
does
chat
not
again.
Okay.
I'm proud of
Well, thank you. I'm gonna move. I'm basically next to the dog, huh?
you. Yes.
Okay, I'm not gonna move. That would hurt a lot. I think I will end my turn there. I think, yeah.
Okie dokie. That's going to bring us to the dog. It is going to take an attack at... It's going to take an attack at Yari, Tilvius, and Argyle. We'll do one at each.
Ow.
Now. So the first one is a 4 on Yari.
That is a miss.
That's a 22 on Tilvius,
That'll hit.
and a 19 on Argyle.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
So 7 points of damage to Tilvius. Ooh. And 12 points of damage to Argyle.
Ooh. How? I'm bloodied.
And that'll
Damn.
do it. As each of the heads kind of reach out and snap at everybody, taking cloth and blood and flesh with it.
Shit.
That'll bring us to Saris. And you hear from down the hallway, kill it!
Maybe
Yeah, this dog is cool. I feel bad. But I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast on it.
Yeah.
Which I don't remember, but you and I had a discussion about this when I leveled up. My Eldritch Blast now does cold damage.
Yes.
And it's called Winter's Blast now.
Hell yeah.
That's a 11.
11 does not hit.
he meant damage. What was the roll for attack?
Yeah, what was the,
No,
what
I
was
was
the
just
roll
joking.
for
No, that was just
Yeah. No, that was for the damage. My attack is 9.
Ah, beautiful. No, that's gonna miss. So you'll kind of like swing out your hand. What do you concentrate on? Like, what is your focus when you are casting the spell?
I think
Your
I have
arcane
I have a thing. Don't I have a
Yeah,
thing?
that's what I'm curious about. Like, what do you focus on? What does Saris focus on?
Fucking no, man. I have I have a wand.
Hell yeah.
Can I change that for flavor wise? I probably just pick that.
100% you can.
I would like to have like a little silvery medallion.
Dope.
that's like always cold.
I dig it.
Yeah.
So this coldness kind of like emanates out from you and through your arm as you kind of like fling out and shoot the spell. The dog is right up next to you, and it just took a chunk out of your shoulder. And as you kind of fling out, the pain kind of radiates through your body, and your shot just goes a little wide. Your hand goes a little wide, and in the distance you hear a cracking and breaking as the beam hits something down the hallway.
Damn it! Why do I always forget to make Kevin distract them? Kevin, distract him.
That's a great question. As Kevin fucking flies off to fly around
Kevin,
the dog and
distract him. Instruct Kevin to do the assist action.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
Or-
Yes. So Kevin
Oh,
will go out and kind of like fly around the dog, and you hear agitated twinkling from that area, and that'll bring us back to Yari.
If Kevin is distracting the dog, do I get advantage?
Yes, I believe he's probably doing the help action, so technically he picks who he's helping, but
Oh, okay.
I'll
never
help.
mind
I'll help whoever's is next in
yeah, so
combat
it's,
order.
then. So Yari, seeing that the dog is lashing out in a way that is, not just trying to protect itself, changes tack and is going to just kill the dog.
I didn't say it like that.
go for it.
I'm out of like things to make the dog our friend. So
You tried. You really tried.
15.
Yeah, 15 will hit.
8 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Is it still up?
It is still up.
Okay. She's gonna come at it again with her bonus action.
Uh-huh.
That is a 19 to hit,
Yeah.
and then I need to roll a d4. Where am my d4? With no bonus. 2 more points of little cute
so-
damage.
As you kind of decide that this is a dangerous situation, right? Please describe to me how you kill this animal.
So Yari, as she sees that it's biting everybody at once, she slashes down with the walking stick, and it cuts it deep. And then instead of hitting the dog with the sheath, she hits the sheath against the hilt and pushes the walking stick through the dog. So it cuts in and then pierces through, and the dog's pinned to the floor.
And we're out of initiative.
I don't
Alright.
think, my lord, I don't think you can do that to a ghost. My lord, where are you?
you as you kind of look down the hallway to where you heard the footsteps going, you see him peering out from around the edge of one of the hallways.
My lord, it's okay. You can come out. We killed the dog. Sadly.
He comes out and he kind of like straightens his little suit that he's wearing as he comes walking over to you, all high and mighty. Well done.
I'm gonna motion to Yari to back up away from this guy with me, and I'm going to say, "Sirius, you take care of this." And back up with Yari.
Take care of what?
Yari gives Tilbius a very confused look, like, what is he going to take care of? But walks over to you.
Kevin,
Uh,
am I taking care
and I
of
will
you?
have a very whispery conversation with Yari and say, "Did you want to check this place out because this is that count guy who screwed you guys over on that job? I can distract this person, and you can sneak around the house and see if you can find what the hell he's up to."
Cirrus kind of breaks in this. What am I taking care of?
Talk to this guy,
As the-
figure out.
The guy has come up behind you having this conversation. The job is complete.
Excuse me, Your Honor.
You
I
grab him,
grab him by the shoulder and swoop him away.
He's just walk. You can leave and get paid anytime.
So I will. I'll say I'll leave it to you, Yari, and I'll swoop up to the guy and say, "Good sir, what is your name?"
Before you,
This is-
while
this
actually,
is
while Tilvius,
Virat.
Tilvius,
Vagabond.
while Tilvius swerves,
Count
um,
Dooku.
it's Count Dooku. While Tilvius swerves to talk to him, Yari just goes, "It'll be easy. Gerda's gone." And we'll walk over to Argyle while they distract the basically the
Larlyle
butler.
is his name. Yeah.
Carlisle.
Larlyle.
Argyle, I found this sweater for you.
And I
think it
put
fits
my
right.
arm around.
What?
I put my arm around him and face him away from Yari. It is a good thing that we were hired to do this job, for you see, we are great heroes, and we have slain this horrible beast. And just
Yes.
go into this big oration of
Yes.
what we just did, basically, and how it was, and I make it seem incredibly heroic, and how it was a horrible fight, and we're horribly injured, but we've overcome the odds and defeated this horrible monster that invaded his house, and all this kind of stuff.
You're kind of giving the speech, and he's kind of trying to explain to you as you're going on, and you keep kind of talking over him, I imagine, as he's like, "No, we're not going to pay anymore. That it was a set fee."
We don't
I can
want
keep
to
this
know.
I
We
can
don't
keep this up
want
for a
more
while.
money. We want to know what you did to that poor dog.
What?
And I get all make myself big, puff my chest out, and I'm like, we don't like it when people are mean to dogs.
Why don't you roll intimidation over there?
Yeah.
All
Good at
battle
that.
scarred.
Natural 2025, bitch. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tell us what really happened with this dog.
Argyle makes those sound effects too.
You watch as he kind of shrinks back, and he tries to get away, but he's really just shrinking back into Tilvius, right? Like he's just kind of like cowering into Tilvius.
And I'll just kind of put my hand on his shoulder. Just
I really don't know. I was just told to take people to the room by the count. That
Something suspicious. I thought you were the count.
no.
gosh, Saris, didn't you realize?
While this is
answer his own door.
while this is going on, Yari pulls Argyle aside and just quickly is like, "I don't know how long we have, but like where would you? I don't even know where to start. I thought that we would have more time because this would be actually a ghost hunting thing. Like, where would you start if we were going to try to get some information on this count?"
This is a rather large mansion.
Yeah.
Just a heads up.
Maybe there's something important about the room. I don't know.
I'm going to try and give you more time to search and continue my intimidation tactic. And be like, look at my shoulder. Look at it.
Mine too.
I like to imagine you're pointing at the perfectly fine shoulder.
Look at it. I'm bleeding.
But not from this side.
That's
I'm bleeding.
that's
Wouldn't a good host offer me a bandage?
I'm sorry?
Show me to your bandage closet.
We don't
Is that a thing?
have a bandage closet.
Then I'll take a towel. A monogrammed towel.
Monogram now.
He looks at you. We can do a monogram towel as he starts swiftly walking away.
I follow him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I follow him too.
Wow,
I will.
And then I turn around and I wink at Yuri and Argyle.
I will pick up the dead dog and carry it with me under one of my arms,
Oh my god. Okay.
just so it's dripping blood everywhere.
I think we
Yari-
got that now.
Yeah. Yari goes back into the room and just sees if there's anything like, I don't know, just wants to walk into the room and see if there's anything that's like off about the room. Like,
I touch Yari guidance.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to do,
What do you want to roll for me?
I mean, I would want to roll perception because that's like my bread and butter. But
I think
Perception is to notice things.
perception's
Yeah.
going to get you like a cursory glance around the room. It's not going to get you any deep details.
can I get a guidance Yari and then guidance myself?
It's concentration.
Oh,
well,
okay.
what if how about Yari gives, because I don't have good investigation or anything like that. But if we're gonna investigate, maybe Argyle does. My investigation is not good. So what if I give Argyle the help action and he can guidance himself, and I'll just point out like what I perceived when I came in the room. I was like, there didn't seem to be any extra presence, so there wasn't really a ghost, but the dog was like right there, and it was shrinking back, but I didn't really notice like there's nothing like knocked down. There's really nothing messed up in this room. The dog was just kind of
Oh no,
here.
this room is torn to shit. As a
Oh,
side
is it
note.
torn to shit?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this room looks
Oh.
torn up.
I
But
mean, like,
in lieu of that, it was also in this room. You don't have
Yeah.
a random three-headed dog in a room.
right. It was just in this room. The hallway's fine. How did it get in here? The window was closed. I was going to go open it and let the dog out, but then we let it into the hallway. So, like, where did the dog come from? Like, is there a, like, maybe there's a hidden door. Maybe there's, I have no idea. I'll help you look.
Okay. So the first roll was a 19. Let me see if I can get any higher. Yeah, 19's the best with a +5 from investigations, 24, and then 27 in total.
God. Okay.
I have frog eyes. I'm really
yeah.
looking.
So
And you're low to the ground.
Yari's explaining all of these like things that she's noticing about the room as you're kind of like looking around, and as you're kind of like turning things over, you notice torn pieces of paper, pieces of a chair, like wood, what looks like the remnants of the desk that's split in two. You're kind of opening that up and going through it. You find quills and ink and paper and other like knickknacks, and you're starting to understand that this was a piece of a study. And as you're kind of like looking around through it,
You made everybody laugh. You want to say goodnight?
Oh,
Good
Good
You want to see my
night.
cat?
Did you hear them?
Saoirse, you want to see my cat?
Oh, they have a kitty. Do you want to see a kitty?
Want to see a kitty?
There's a kitty.
This is
I'm gonna grab the and I get her.
the best part of D&D.
it is.
Oh,
Oh,
look at the
the
kitty.
Look at the
Hi.
Look, so cute.
I'll be right back.
I'm sorry, I woke you up.
Poor kitty. What the hell was I? What was I going on about?
I was looking at everything while Yari was kind of explaining, looking at the split desk and looking at torn papers.
Yeah, so you're definitely starting to understand that this was a type of study, and as you're kind of going through it, you're finding like little pieces of fabric and cloth here and there that don't make any sense to the rest of the room. They don't fit with the drapes. They don't fit with the desk or any of like the rest of the decoration. There's
Is
just
it
this-
clothing?
It doesn't appear to be.
Okay.
It doesn't have like that same thing. It's a little bit rougher and more coarse. But there's just this strange fabric inside of the room.
Okay. Argyle is gonna pocket some of that fabric. Can I? There's bookcases lining it, right?
Yeah.
Are the bookcases destroyed? And if there is any that are not destroyed, can I look through them?
Yeah, so there's not much left on them, but there are pretty much empty bookshelves here and there. Some of the shelves are like collapsed and broken, but you can definitely go through and look. There's not. You're kind of like looking, and you're hitting all of like the standard stuff. You're like, is there a switch in the
Yeah,
back?
that's what I was
A
going
little,
for.
a little button. Is there a book that I can pull? Any type of lever? And you're going through this with like your previous investigation roll, and you don't see anything too interesting.
Okay. Okay. Well, shit.
And it's about at this time. I'm just going to throw all of this on you, Chris. I'm so sorry because everybody else is gone. But it's about at this time. You and the rest of the party have headed with this poor guy. He's gone to like one of the back rooms and he disappeared. And you see some other like staff and servants coming around. And he appears like towards the back, towards like this like laundry area, and he comes back with like a white towel that has like this red encrusted V with like lines through it and stuff, and he just kind of like pushes it out towards Cirrus and to you and everyone, giving you all monogram towels. And as you're exiting this room, at the top of the stairs, kind of leading out from this area, you see this new individual standing at the top of the stairs, and you just hear, and what is this? Before you is this man draped in kind of like the almost bathrobes, like longer bathrobes that kind of reach down to his feet. They're this like crimson red, very wispy man, that's kind of like very pale, very gaunt features with like his hair, his this black hair slicked back, as he's looking down at all of you, with like glasses that kind of ride down at like the very edge of his nose, very much looking down at you from the top of the stairs.
As I'm holding a dead three-headed dog under one arm, I will say, Count Vidir, I presume. I am Tilvius of the Circling Waters, and I'll give a deep curtsy/bow as a horse.
How terribly
We have come
wonderful.
to your abode to rid it of this monstrosity at the request of the guild. And I'll dangle my guild medallion out from around my neck.
And you've done such a wonderful job. Why are you still...
As you can see, my friend and I took some damage, you could say, in the attack, and we were merely trying to clean ourselves up for your house.
Of course. And do you require anything else?
Perhaps a moment of your time.
My time is worth quite a bit, and you've already been paid or are about to be paid for your services. If there's nothing else...
Oh, I want Cirrus to say something stupid.
We could cut back really quick.
Yeah, let's cut back to the room, and then we'll cut back to us.
Wait, maybe we can cut back to like,
I
Gerda
know.
and Rusati.
yeah, like where the hell are Rusati and Gerda? Are they just?
Yeah, so Rosati and Gerda have kind of like disappeared, and the servant that was supposed to be watching them is a little bit distracted at the moment, right? Gerda has disappeared and has found like vases with flowers in them, and has just kind of like plucked flowers here and there, trying different ones out as she's going. And then she found this like large library area, and her eyes lit up. And behind her is Rosati running past, trying to fix things that she has taken and just touched and moved out of place. And he sees her getting ready to go into the library, and there's this pause as Rosati considers whether he should tackle her or not before she gets into the library.
I know Detect Magic was casted the last time we played. I'm gonna cast it again.
Okay. You, as you cast Detect Magic, you don't get a sense of anything magical inside of the room
Okay.
or within your radius.
Okay, then at this point, I do show Yari the fabric that I procured in my investigation.
Like the fabric itself doesn't match the rim. Like the
No, so this entire manor is very much like this rich red aesthetic with like white and black tiling and like that's very much the aesthetic. This is this
pretty
like
stark, like
very
lots of contrast.
right. This is this very rough tan colored thing. It's not quite the same. It doesn't have that same like refined material to it. It's very rough and rugged.
It's just loose.
Yeah.
Is it like a bag, like a piece of a bag, like burlap, or
Could be. It's similar.
Does it smell?
That's a good question. Yeah, it doesn't smell good. It smells kind of rancid.
Like Gerda rancid or like
Like it was stuck with like rotting food for too long.
but there isn't like another like form of egress here. There's the dog was just here. There doesn't seem to be like a way it got in.
It appears so. Roll
Stuffed in a bag and dragged in.
roll insight.
I'm not bad at insight.
Can
I'm
I
not great at it. I got a 15.
I was gonna say, can I give like the help action since we're kind of like brainstorming together?
Yeah.
All right. I'll
Why
roll
not?
again. Hey, thanks. That turned a 15 into a 23.
So you've got a couple of ideas as you're kind of like sitting here thinking about this. Either this dog was taken here and was either unconscious or was not overtly hostile when it was brought here, right? Because there's no damage outside the room, but this room is torn to shit.
Yeah.
So one of those two things, or it was brought here in some type of sack. This cloth leads you to believe that could be likely.
So somebody dumped a three-headed dog in this room.
Really weird, outlandish question. Does this piece of fabric look like any of the fabric that would be on a bag of holding? Because I currently have one.
You don't. So you're not 100% sure as you're kind of like thinking about this.
Okay.
You haven't seen a bunch of bag of holdings in your life. Yours is pretty nice, and you're sitting here thinking about it, and you're like looking between that, looking between this. Detect magic's still on. You look at yours. It's got a shit ton of magic. You look at this. Not
No
so much
though.
magic.
Yeah. Okay. Just had to make sure all my bases are covered.
Well, we know that it was. We know that he wanted to get all of those like two-headed critters.
Mhm.
What if this was like bad goods? You know what I mean? Like somebody, like he was asking for some sort of, these creatures, and somebody just gave him like I don't know. It looked like a dog that had been cobbled together to be one, and like dropped it off, and it was like he didn't want it because it wasn't authentic or something.
Or it could have been made here.
In this room with what equipment? We got nothing. Gert is probably setting fire to something. We got to figure out if Saris is
You
stuck his.
swear in the distance you hear Gerda, no.
I don't know how much time we have. Meanwhile, what is happening with Tilvius and Jush, Mr. Saris?
So Cirrus missed this, but
Yeah, what I missed.
as we were given towels, the Count came out and appeared at like the top of this big staircase.
Good, because I was about to be like, "Where is your count?"
And
can
he
still do
basically
that.
said, I told him what we did, and he basically said, "Well, if you're done, leave." Was kind of the gist of it. And then I said, "Oh, I want Cirrus to say something," and so we cut away, and now we've cut back.
Oh. What would Cirrus say?
And I'm
Turning
holding the three-headed dog under one arm still.
Why is this creature in your home?
I can't say that I know. Hence, hiring.
Can't or won't?
Hence, hiring the guild.
Do you have any enemies who would want to hurt you by bringing this dangerous animal into your home? We might be able to prevent certain things.
You
I'm just
definitely
assuming he's
can
lying.
insight.
I only got a 13. It's not a forte of mine.
As you're kind of trying to insight, there's not a lot of facial expression on this guy. He's very much just deadpan talking to you, very much trying to get you to leave.
What species is he?
Human. If you had to place like age as you're kind of sitting here looking at him, he's probably in his late 40s, early 50s.
When did this creature arrive?
I don't know. We just noticed him last week.
So at least a week ago.
Now, is your interrogation done, and to answer you,
Sir, you don't want another one of these creatures, do you?
no, if you would like to investigate, you can feel free outside of my estate.
Tillius. What do you think?
About what?
Should we leave?
Please have this conversation outside.
So
I'd really rather not call the guard.
We are the ones who call the guard.
what are you talking about?
I don't know.
I do apologize. This beast seems to be bleeding on your floors. Could we have perhaps some sort of sack to
We'll take
carry it
care
out
of
in?
it. Just go.
And I turned to the butler.
Should-
Sack with the dog in his sack.
Shouldn't we get?
And
we should go get our friends, right?
You see the butler look between you and look between the count and look between you and look between the count, and the count just raises an eyebrow, and this poor guy just kind of nods towards him and looks at you and goes, "This way."
I'm going to continue asking questions. Did the creature injure anyone?
You don't get an answer as the butler kind of is trying to lead you out.
Fine.
Thank you again. You hear from the top of the stairs as the butler is very much leading you towards the front door. Nowhere else, just towards the front door.
But we need to go get our friends.
I'll find them. Once we get you outside, I'll go find them.
And
Okay.
do retrieve a sack for us for this.
Sure. As he's very quickly running
Tell
towards
this.
the door.
Tell me, poop on the floor.
I'm not going to poop on the floor.
You hear the guy next to you. Please don't poop on the floor. It would be my.
I know I said that very quietly.
You'd never say anything quietly, serious. Your whispers are very loud.
It's because I have a very good microphone.
Your whispers really are very loud. So
Fine,
I'll
we'll go
say-
outside. Tell me you can poop outside.
I'll say
I'm
eventually.
not going to go outside yet until I get a sack for this thing.
This man leads you out towards the front of the door, and as he does, he leads you outside, and he slams the door shut behind you as the two of you go out. And there's that same
Okay, thank you.
there's that same like wolf head knocker sitting in the center of the door as he disappears. Eventually, he will come back with Gerda and Rosati. A very like stressed and disheveled looking Rosati comes out, and just a very proper looking Gerda, as proper as Gerda gets. Not a care in the world. And eventually, about 5 minutes later, so I would say Yari and Argyle probably have time for one more thing before the butler finds you.
Yari goes to the window. There's stuff all over the place, right?
Yeah.
Just like detritus and whatnot.
Yes.
So Yari takes a thin piece of something and keeps the window slightly open with it.
Oh, interesting. Okay. So you're kind of like trying to just slightly prop the window?
Yeah, just so it's not locked,
Okay.
so it could move freely,
Yeah, you can do that.
but appears like it's closed.
Yeah. Roll me like sleight of hand or deception.
Let's see.
Or stealth, I guess.
Uh,
Or sleight of hand. But
Sleight of hand. Yeah, okay. I'll do sleight of hand. Not too bad. 17.
yeah, you kind of like find this little piece and you jam it in there and you're looking at it and you're like, you look over to Argyle. Argyle, you look at it. It doesn't look terribly open. Like you couldn't, if you didn't know, you're not sure if you could tell.
I mean, maybe we can get Kevin back in here at some point.
I think that is the best idea.
There's a dejected twinkle in the distance.
Did you hear that?
I think so.
Well, I don't know. I can't tell what's going on here. Somebody, it's pretty clear that somebody put the dog in here, and then the dog went crazy.
Probably
But
put the dog together too.
Yeah, yeah. It just doesn't make sense. None of this makes sense.
I guess.
It's about then the butler opens the door. Are you quite finished?
Yeah.
Let's see.
If you would, with me.
Sure.
Hey, if you don't mind me asking, did you were you the person that found the dog?
No, one of
Who-
the
what-
servants
how did-
did.
One of the servants. How did they know? Why? Well, I guess. Why did they think it was a ghost?
They opened the door and saw the room trashed and nothing inside.
Oh, that makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. You seem like you have a really hard job.
So difficult. So very difficult as he gets you towards the front door. The front
When
door
he gets-
opens.
When he gets me to the front door, and he said, like before we go, like, look, I know it's no fun to have a bunch of guild people in not even your home, a place where you work, and we're making a mess because there's a mess there. Look, between you and me, just as a favor, because I know this has been a really shit day for you. Do you know how to get to the empty room?
I'm sorry?
The empty room. It's one of the best restaurants in the entire city.
No.
Look, here's how you get there. Here's what to order.
So you start describing to this individual kind of like a place towards the entrance of town, like definitely like the lower tier, where a lot of the traders will go, and not very much like the prim and proper, right?
Mhm.
This is very much a person that as you're explaining this, you're like, oh, I don't even know if he knows the places, like the streets that I'm talking about.
Oh, yeah.
As like you get the vibe that he doesn't get out much, and if he does, it's on errands to like the upper tiers.
Yeah. And as that happens, I'm like, I know what it sounds like. But when you have a free moment, put on a disguise, go down that way, treat yourself for a little bit of time for your own enjoyment. It's safe. Best restaurant in the city.
Okay, all right. As he opens up the door, and Tilvius and
Did you bring my sack?
He did. When he brought Rosati and Gerda,
Okay.
he would have brought you a sack as well. It's just barely big enough. It's also like a nice linen fiber instead of like a burlap sack. It is a nicer bag. And as he ushers you guys out, he'll kind of look out at you all again, and then you just hear as he shuts the door.
Well, I hope he goes there, because if he does, I'll know, and we can talk to him again if we need to.
I think we should.
That was weird.
That was really
Did you guys
weird.
find out anything?
A couple of things. One of the things of note is that none of the people that we talked to today actually found the dog. It was a different staff member. And they assumed it was the ghost because the room was destroyed. Nobody saw that there was a dog in there.
Speaking. There's the ghost dog.
There's the ghost
There's
dog.
the ghost dog.
Yeah, back there.
No.
Hey, ghost dog. Way the samurai. You're adorable.
Movie to puppy.
I'd lift her, but she's 85 pounds of Labrador. So use your imaginations.
Yeah, maybe not.
Labrador.
And Argyle found maybe a piece of burlap. It's really weird. I'll tell you what I did do, though. I wedged the window open. So if we want to learn more, maybe we could ask Kevin later.
It's a good idea.
One problem.
If you could translate a sigh into twinkling, you get that.
Twinkle, twinkle.
Well, look at that.
Twinkle, twinkle.
How do we translate his twinkles though?
I mean, I don't understand any of them, but I think Cirrus kind of does.
It's like R2D2.
I don't understand the reference.
And Chewy?
Who?
And never
Oh, you
mind.
mean Tilvius?
What?
At the mention of something chewy, you hear concerned twinkling.
I guess let's go get paid.
Yeah.
Wait. Did anybody sign anything?
Yeah, all of you did. I didn't.
No. We signed the contract. Did anybody else sign anything?
You mean
Did
them?
did they sign anything? Did they make any note that we have done something?
No.
Is that it?
Well, it's pretty customary.
One of two things happens when you finish a job. Either you come back with something signed from the whoever gave the job, or proof of completion. Fortunately, Tilvius is carrying a bag.
But also, unfortunately, it's not a ghost.
Yeah, here's the thing. We're gonna walk back there with a bag of dog, and
Three-headed dog.
we'll have to explain to the guild work. You know what? It's only 200 gold. They're probably not going to care. We'll probably be able to walk up and say they thought it was a ghost because it was tearing up their house, but it was this. It's only 200 gold. If it was more, they might want some sort of written thing. You can't really have. I mean, I can't imagine you could have proof for a ghost anyway. I mean, it's worth a shot.
Also, I know on the caravan we got the two-headed versions, but
This is tiny compared to those.
yeah, but how illegal would it be to present this? Is what I'm saying.
You mean for us to present it, or for
Yeah.
someone to have this?
Both.
Well, I mean, like, It's not illegal for us to present this at the guild for sure. Like we killed something. Like they're not gonna. I mean, the guild's not guards, so we're fine there. But we bring something into the city alive like this, the guards would definitely stop us.
Why don't you roll a history check?
Me?
Yeah.
It's a flat roll. Not bad. 12. Not bad for a flat roll.
Yeah, you're pretty much on target with that. You don't know the laws of creatures or magical creatures within the limits of Saris. It's never something that's bothered you or you've had to look into.
Yeah. I've never
but-
dealt in carrying them.
You haven't seen too many magical creatures out and about.
I mean, that's pretty par for the course in any of the big towns. You don't see them roaming around.
I don't think you've ever been to the capital
I have not.
of the kingdom or to Alabaster.
Yeah, I haven't been to Alabaster. We specifically said I'd never been to Alabaster, and I don't think I've been to the capital. So,
Well,
yeah,
let's get paid.
yeah, let's get paid.
Yeah, so you guys managed to make your way back to the guild hall. There's not too many things that are out of the ordinary. People decked to the teeth in gear, carrying a sack that is almost leaking blood everywhere at this point. And they just assume you're headed towards the guild hall. They know. Eventually you make it back and you get inside and you've made it through the line and you get up to the desk. Same lady. And she just kind of looks up from her little logbook that she was working on, flips it shut and stares at you. And how can I help?
We have completed the job for Count Fidir. It was not a ghost. It was a strange dog that had destroyed a room, and they thought since the room was destroyed, it was done by some sort of poltergeist or whatever, but it was not.
Do you have any signed writ of completion?
They forced us out of the house as soon as the job was done. It doesn't seem like Count Fidir is very interested in any kind of
Follow-up.
let's say communication.
Yeah.
It's very unprofessional.
Understandable. If you all would take a seat in the waiting room A, that way somebody will be with you shortly with your payment.
Oh,
Just a
great.
couple of questions.
Okay.
She kind of directs you towards a room kind of off to
I
the
was
side.
really
You can
hoping
see
there was a
little
place we could put the dog.
letters. There's no. She
Did you
definitely.
want to see the dog?
No, I'm fine.
It has 3 heads.
Wonderful. If you would.
Hey, I know you're busy.
She looks behind you at the ever-growing line of people.
You probably heard about the caravan headed in here from Loch Nim. Me and him were on it.
Mhm.
We're one of the 4 that made it. You know about that job?
I can't say I do. She's just a blank expression.
Look, it was for Count Vidir and it went sideways. And this job also felt pretty sideways.
Was this a guild job?
It was. I mean, I was on as a guild job. It came
Would
out
you
of
like-
Loch Nim.
Would you like to lodge a complaint?
I don't want to lodge a complaint because that's not what felt bad. Jobs go bad, that kind of thing. But I just want to know, because I haven't been in town for very long. Is there anybody I can talk to about this Vidir guy and what his deals are in the city? At least in terms of how he interacts with the guild. Because honestly, between you and me, I got a reputation to uphold, and I don't want somebody making it hard for guild members to have a good reputation. And if this guy is somebody I should avoid, I want to figure that out.
There is a delay as she stands there. Her face still blank. Roll persuasion.
Well, that was almost a natural 20, but it turned into a natural 2. So that is a total of 3.
There's this pause. I'm afraid I'm not sure. I'm terribly sorry. I can't be of more help.
Okay, that's fair. As I turn and leave, I lean into Tilvius and I say, Tilvius, you can work her for information. She knows something, but she's not giving it to me.
Sure, I'll give it a try.
Are you not going with your friend to the waiting room?
Well, I was kind of more interested in spending some more time with you.
I'd fold.
Unfortunately, my shift doesn't end for another 5 hours.
Oh, 5 hours? You can't get anyone to cover you?
She once again leans back around you at the just incredibly long line of people that just is ever growing. Unfortunately not. No. We are rather busy. Always.
I kind of just shrug it at Yari. That's odd. I'm not going to try to get any more.
Okay. Do you guys head over to this room that you were directed to?
Yeah, I wait there. If only to
Okay.
get rid of a big
So-
wet dog.
As you guys head over and you kind of open the door inside, there's just kind of
wet dog.
there's a long table with some chairs in it. Everybody that crosses the threshold here needs to roll me a charisma saving throw.
Oh boy. Well, see that. I wish I had gotten that roll before. 17.
12.
6.
In the words of Yari, I got a 3.
Okay. Nobody that crossed this threshold while inside this room is capable of telling a lie.
Whoa.
What was the count's name? Count
Vadir.
Vadir. I'm going to write it down.
Vadir.
I think that Sirius probably heard Dooku, and that's good enough for me.
It's fine. This is for Josh.
So, as you all kind of stand around and take a seat, you all are aware that something magical has affected you as you step into this room. You are aware that you are no longer able to tell a lie. That doesn't mean you have to answer, but you are not capable of lying. And you are aware of this fact inside of this room.
There's a lot of power here.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to take this opportunity to ask any incredibly pointed questions to their allies? Wow.
Hold up. I'm trying to think. I just met like half of them.
Well, I just can't think of any questions for.
I think it would be rude.
Probably.
We just get a lore dump on Gerda and Rosati.
I was
Like,
born in a swamp.
Born on the bayou.
Eventually, this elderly elven gentleman with like this longer white hair and his pointed ears and like this robe of like white walk into the room, and he'll look at you and go, and what's the story? What happened?
Oh, go ahead.
We were hired to remove a ghost from the premises. We went to the premises. We were shown to the room where the ghost was supposed to be. Inside the room was not a ghost, but this creature that we then dispatched, and we were forced out of the house before being given any paperwork.
Seems fair to me. As he reaches into his cloak and pulls out like a pouch of coins and drops it on the table in between all of you. Well, I wish you all the best then, and thank you for completing this contract.
Before you go, do you know what kind of dog this is?
It's a cocker spaniel.
He kind of, as you've got the bag open and staring at you, he looks at it and goes, "That seems far more like a chimera to me than a dog, but."
Who would know about chimera?
You could ask anyone at any of the
Local chimera store?
No, the Magic Emporium. You could ask. You could search the libraries. Any of the groundskeepers over at the zoo grounds, whatever they call the.
If someone was to just have a chimera in their house, why would it be there? What could a chimera be used for?
I can't rightly say. I can't say that I would have one.
What's one of those people you just suggested that Tilvius is going to remember?
Magic Emporium,
The zoo.
people, or
Library.
Librarian. Thank you. Rosati, of course, votes for librarian.
If there's nothing else, the sand does tick.
Yeah, of
Sans
course.
ticks.
Well, it kind
Like
of.
sands of the hourglass, these are the days of our lives.
Oh,
Sir,
God, you just core memory. Brain blast.
sir, I think you're mixing metaphors.
You see him kind of look up. Clock hands don't fall. No, they do. And sand ticks. No, I think I'm okay.
It kind of works. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Is there a place that we should store this, or are we just gonna have to dispose of it somewhere?
Would you like it disposed of?
Well,
Not
I
just
mean,
yet, I don't think. I think we want to learn more about it.
yeah,
could
but
eat
we
it.
also don't want it. No, we can't eat it.
No,
Gerda, we
Gerda,
can't
no.
eat it. No.
Gerda and I think we could eat it. Like you could.
Well, you
it's an
could, but you
option.
shouldn't.
Well,
I mean,
You may request
when
a
you're
store-
trapped,
we want okay. We will want to dispose of it at some point, but we want to study it for a while, but we also don't want it to turn into a pool of mushy goo in the guild hall. That would be awful.
Do things go bad in bags of holding?
I've never had one.
Don't think so. I can look real quick.
So we each get 33 and 30.
Yeah, I think it's not very much.
Not very much. Yeah, let me add
It's
that.
also an inconvenient amount of money.
If you would like to get rid of it, you may request it to be disintegrated at the desk.
Okay. Okay.
Is there anything else that I can do for you?
No, thanks. I mean, not for me. I think we already asked way more of you. You're just here to make sure that we weren't lying through our teeth.
Of course. It was wonderful to meet new and upcoming guild members. If you ever do need anything, and I have the time, I am Guildmaster Chrome. And yes.
It's a pleasure.
It doesn't say, by the way.
I don't think Yari would have ever met Crumb.
No, Yari's never met a guild master.
You met the
I met the
dwarf.
front desk person.
The dwarf was a guildmaster.
He was a
Oh,
guild
right.
master,
Yeah.
but he was like working the front desk.
Yeah. Times are tough, man.
The Lochnim Guild has the guild master working the front desk. That's
Yes.
cool.
Nobody actually ever met the guildmaster of Walden. That was not a thing. They don't.
No,
They don't
they only had the, what was her name, Miriam?
Yes. Miram.
Miriam, yeah, the incredibly sleepy Eladrin.
She's taking a nap right now.
Dreaming of Tilvius.
Oh. It's mutual. So let's take a look at this thing. Does this look like it was put together by magic?
Hey, can we go out of a room where we have to tell the truth? It would be a lot more comfortable.
Oh, yeah.
I have the overwhelming urge to lie about things.
As you exit the room.
I can't.
What?
I can't lie about things, but I want to.
It's really weird. Well, I guess now they know what to do if they don't have a contract. That's pretty cool.
So, as I was saying, does this thing look like it was put together by magic or
It looks like
by
it was stitched
mundane
together.
means? Stitched
Well,
together? I'd say
Well,
Then
if you
let's go
stitch it, look, if you have a bunch of dog parts and you stitch them together, they're not going to bite anymore. They're going to die, right? So
Yeah.
there has to be some,
there's some
level
sort
of
of
magic
magic.
running around, right? I mean,
At some point.
I don't know the first thing about how to spells work, but I'm pretty sure if you tie 3 dogs together, they're gonna.
Somebody roll me Arcana.
Anybody proficient in Arcana?
I think I would
Rosati.
be, but I'm
I
not.
am.
Warlock sorcerer. Not good with Arcana.
My spell casting is all emotional. It's not intellectual at all.
You got-
I'm proficient
12.
in Arcana.
But what's your opinion on this debate?
Guidance?
Go for it.
I think a survival. I got 18 on survival. Yeah, if you stitch things together, they die.
I mean,
It's
like
true.
if they're dead things already, one would assume.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna stay dead.
You know,
If you cut someone's head off, it doesn't live very long.
21 at 13 plus 8.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Sirius, with your survival roll on it, you're kind of looking at it and you're like, man, this does not work. This would never. This is not. It would not be moving.
Anatomically.
It should not be moving. Argyle, with your Arcana roll, you cast Detect Magic before you found this thing, and you didn't see any overt traces of magic. Whatever this is has to be internal, or they used magic during some type of operation, and it's since faded and become part of a magical creature. Because, like, typically the magical creatures that you find don't proc the sense, right? They don't show off schools of magic. So whatever this was, they used magic during the creation.
I have a out of character question. Okay. Or well, not out of. I don't know.
Did you guys just grab a table, by the way, just in the guild hall?
Yeah, I assume.
Sure.
Sure.
Awesome.
Okay, my question is, Michael knows about flesh golems.
Uh-huh.
Would Argyle know about flesh golems?
I don't think so, but why don't you roll history?
Cool. This could either be something interesting or nothing at all. Okay, that's great. You said history?
Yeah.
23, 18 plus 5.
I think
Good
there were probably pieces of like during your medical journey while you were learning, there were horror stories about people experimenting with something akin to flesh golems, people trying to create. They were mostly horror stories, but that concept is in your mind.
Okay. Now with that concept, would it be safe to assume that maybe something like that happened to this dog?
That's entirely up to you. I think like you would probably be like, that's pretty nightmarish. But it's up to you whether you think that's feasible or not.
Okay. With this in mind, Argyl's gonna kind of speak up and say, the closest thing I can get to, at least looking at it, is that maybe it was transfigured or mushed together through the means of a patched worked being, like a flesh golem, if you will, put together, spare parts, you know.
That sounds gross.
Bad stories, people dying, experiments exploding, couldn't contain, you know, magics.
So, do we want to find out who could be responsible for making this? Is that what our goal here is?
Tilvius, I honestly don't know what my goal is here, but this was my thought. Argyle and I were on that job trying to collect magical two-headed wolf monsters that just killed a bunch of, working folk for no good reason. We go to this guy's house, which was the person who set up this caravan, and there's a three-headed dog in there. And not only that, the knocker is a wolf. Like, yeah, I just feel like there's a bunch of badness waiting in that particular wing, and I want to make sure that it's not gonna just open up in Port Saris. That just all kinds of bad.
Since I did not remind the party during our recap, I will remind you that tomorrow there is an address from the heir or one of the children of the emperor/empress of the empire. That's going to be broadcast for the guild tomorrow. There's also an address from the monarch of Saris.
So, it just, I don't know, the proximity of those events and a bunch of weird wolf crap, especially from somebody who's, in the higher up area of Port Saris, probably near where, I don't know, these people are going to talk. It just seems like our luck so far. You know what I mean?
Well, yeah, but are you saying we should just let it go? Because I don't feel like that would be right. I mean,
No.
These things killed a bunch of people.
No, that's
and
what
now
I'm saying.
Vadir's sitting up there in his mansion like nothing's happened.
Yeah, I'm just saying all of these things look like. I mean, honestly, I don't know if there's any connection between this and all of this diplomatic crap that's going on. That might be kind of a stretch, but there's definitely got to be some kind of connection with the wolves.
So then let's find an expert, someone who could tell us who might have been able to make this thing. Made with magic? Let's go to a magician.
Yeah, okay. I mean, I don't have contacts like that here.
You know where there's a magic shop? We could ask at the desk.
So,
I know where there's magic shops.
Given your background here, I will tell you two things. Saris is a very large part of the kingdom. Yari understands just a little bit about how the kingdom functions. There is always somebody on the Council of White that resides in Saris. So somewhere in the city, you don't know them or where they are, there is somebody high enough up in Alabaster to be on the council. So that would probably be the highest point of magical knowledge you can think of here. Also, there's a bunch of magic shops and libraries about magic within the city, just sprawled everywhere.
I mean, it all comes down to who do you think we can go see? Like, I don't really have the clout.
Do we all know that? Is that something that's
I
open
would have
knowledge?
no idea.
If you haven't been around Saris very much, you probably don't know. Or if you haven't spent a lot of time in like the capital cities of the kingdom.
Okay, then I would definitely not know either.
Yeah, then
I think Yari's the only one.
Yari just goes like, "Who do you want to go to? Do you want to go all the way to somebody from like the Council of White? There's somebody
Let's
here."
go to someone who will actually be able to see. Let's not waste our time trying to see someone who will never deign to speak to us.
I mean, there's a bunch
Let's
of
go to a magic shop and ask at the front desk.
But who can we trust? We can't just talk about stitch dogs
Why
to
not?
anybody.
Well, no,
Even-
we can drop that we're part of the guild. We
Yeah.
can say we found this thing and we want to know more about it. The most someone's going to say is either they don't know or they want some coin to talk
Yeah.
to us.
Okay.
I mean, unless you want to go to the High Mucky Mucks, and then I have no idea how to go
No,
see
no,
them, but I know
let's
they're
not start
here.
there. That'll be a big waste of time, I have a feeling. But
All right,
let's start low, and if
Well, let's start like low but
Mid.
good.
a
Who?
nice magic shop.
Yeah, no, a good, like not a nice magic shop, a good magic shop.
Oh,
A
okay,
boutique,
I see what
You
you're
know
saying.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody who works with someone who's going to get shit done. Oh gosh, do I know a place like that?
If only we had a resident wizard.
Yeah, but I might know a place like that.
Give me a roll.
Yeah, like where adventurers might
Yeah.
go and go.
Get there, get some magic items.
You tell me what you're rolling for this.
It should probably, like, honestly, it should probably be a history check, right? It's not my best, but I never bought magic items, so wait a minute. I kind of did. Somebody made the messenger box.
True.
That's not magic, but that would have to be a high-end item that would probably be affiliated with something like that.
It depends on if you got it from a person or requested it.
That's true. All right, I'll just see if I can figure out. Oh, that's not that great. That's a 9. I mean, I know a magic shop.
Yeah, I think with a 9, like you've been around, you've been to the guild a number of times and heard people like talking about some of the magic shops around. One of the names that comes up is the Turning Tome. That's a store that people talk about all the time. Very easy to see. It's that same one that has the tome with the turning pages that's kind of in like the first square of town. People seem to bring up its name a lot.
I mean, they might be talking about it because it's like the first place you'd go, but I mean, it might be a place to start.
Sounds good.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. You guys work your way through.
Can we get a new bag for the dog? I mean,
Yeah, you can just kind of hauling the dog around.
Do you want to just put it in my bag of holding? As long as the head fits to him, sure, it'll fit.
Yeah,
I just
I'll put the whole sack in.
Yeah,
It's not gonna-
in it goes.
it's not going to make a mess in there, is it?
And it's
Extra dimensional space. It's in the astral plane. It's no problem.
Okay.
And it's gone. So you guys make your way through the town, kind of through all these people that are kind of like rustling and bustling through, going about their day-to-day activities.
Oh, have we gotten a short rest by this time?
You can probably take one if you
Yeah,
so
could we
like.
take a short rest real quick?
Yeah.
Because
Kind
a
of like
couple of us got
relaxing.
pretty beat up.
around the.
I could heal you if you want.
Don't waste spell slots.
Okay.
It's not wasted.
Who
If you're in bed.
knows? Who knows what could happen in the rest
There,
of the day?
I'm full up with a short rest.
All right, I'll take.
I am a fan of longer work days. Not that today is going to be one, but I am a fan of longer work days.
I guess I should short rest too.
But yeah, you guys head through the city, through all the hustle and bustle, until you get to that self-same like larger building, kind of made of this like finer mahogany style wood, with that page that just keeps turning. As you're kind of watching, you don't notice anything that would make it to where it keeps being able to turn the same page, of whether it's an optical illusion or what. And you get the feeling that staring at it longer probably won't tell you what the secret is as you head inside. Inside are shelves that kind of line each corner, and then in the middle is this like nice square table with this individual behind it that just kind of has this ponytail sticking out of the back of his head, combed back hair up to the ponytail, rather large shoulders, wearing this odd garb that I don't think any of you have ever seen before. It's kind of like very tight cloth, and it's just kind of a vest over top of very muscular shoulders. And what strikes you is this individual's missing legs. He's just kind of floating there with a wisp
It's a genie.
underneath. Plenty of people kind of milling about. There are weapons on the walls. There are pieces of armor. You see shoes and pants and gloves and
Magic
rings
pants.
everywhere. There are all manner of items here.
I buy 2 pairs of pants for Tilvius.
One for the front and one for the back.
Beautiful.
Is,
But yeah.
is this stuff for sale?
Yes.
I assume it's
this
a
is-
magic shop. Usually means stuff. This stuff is for sale. Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Don't touch anything. It's probably magically protected.
You do see a couple of other individuals kind of roaming around the store, wearing that same like vest. Everybody that works here is oddly just in shape and strangely attractive.
They're genies.
Somebody else should probably do the talking. I have been striking out.
No worries.
I'm mostly good at lying and intimidating.
I'm a proficient in persuasion. Is anyone currently engaged with the guy at the front desk?
No, he seems to be turning through a page. He's kind of got this book in front of him, and then what looks to be like a microscope, except it's just kind of like a scope and then a bunch of lenses down at the bottom over the top of what looks like some piece of jewelry.
Does do the things on the shelves have price tags?
They do not.
Of course.
Gotta ask. I'll trot up to the front desk.
Yeah. And what do I owe the honor of? I don't
Good day,
believe,
sir.
I don't believe we've met.
No, I'm I'll have the guild medal out where you can see it. I'm Tilvius. These are my associates from the guild. We've come on a little bit of guild business.
Wonderful. And what can I help you with?
Well, we're wondering if you might be able to help us discover the origins or how this was made. And I'll reach into Argyle's bag of holding and pull out another bag,
Oh,
and then open that up,
oh dear.
and like manipulate it so you can see like the edging of the necks, and we discovered this in Count Vidir's mansion, And we were wondering if you might be able to tell us who could possibly create something like this. It's obviously not natural.
This is horrifying.
It is very horrifying. We're hoping that if there are more of these out there, that we can stop someone from making more, that we can find a way to stop this from happening, something like that.
I understand. Dear, frick. Let me see. And he kind of stops to consider.
By the way, I love your vest.
Oh, thank you. We do sell them.
What do they do?
They look fabulous.
Oh, yes, they do.
I don't believe there's a better purpose. As he's still like, it takes him a minute to kind of think. There was one individual, one mage somewhere in the city, that asked about stitching for magical means. One Byrl?
I'm sorry, say again?
Byrl? Byrle.
Eyrle.
Beyond that, I can't say that I know much of chimeric creatures. They are not a terribly fun bit of magic. Unlike this, as he reaches below the table and pulls out like just a small little like stick that looks kind of like a twig and swings it, and then fireworks.
Oh, that's fun.
Yes. I do like that.
Clap, clap, clap.
1 gold. He puts it back underneath the table.
Oh, seriously? Only 1 gold?
It is limited in use.
Oh. But still, I'll slide
Pretty
the
good
gold
deal.
across to him.
Yeah, I hand you a little twig that shoots out fireworks.
Yay!
Cirrus, would you like?
No.
They're not like we're not talking like big ass fireworks. We're
No,
talking,
it's like it's like
small-
sparkles.
Yeah.
But still.
It's a wand of sparkles.
Yes.
Yep.
It's a nice shop you got here. Lots of interesting stuff.
Well, thank you. Is there anything else you're looking for specifically?
Do you have any fabulous
Maybe.
rings?
We have many fabulous rings. As he pulls the one from underneath the telescope that he was looking at.
Wait. He pulls the one. He pulls the one
The
ring
one ring.
from under.
The one ring. Funnily enough, where this was going, I'm not sure if this is cursed, but I believe it brings luck.
Well, we'll stay away from curses if you don't mind. Or potential curses.
Are you
There's a
sure about
whole
the
room
other
full.
items being not cursed?
Yes, we're very confident in everything on the sales floor being curse free. If
Gotcha.
curses are something you're interested in, or interested in rolling the dice, so to say, there is a separate room for those items of questionable quality.
I'm not sure we could afford anything here.
Oh,
Yeah, unfortunately, we're not very flush with cash at the moment.
I like to think we have things for those of all the walks of life.
No pun intended, right?
I'm sorry?
Because you know you don't have feet.
As
Yeah.
you say he doesn't have feet, you watch as a foot springs into existence on one side of the wispy like trail of smoke that comes down, and then disappears once again. Oh,
You do have feet.
feet.
Invisible feet.
Invisible?
Don't mind.
You, my
don't
friend,
mind him.
seem interesting.
That's a good word for him. Yeah.
Thank you. Hey, Kevin, why don't you look around?
Kevin is already looking around. Kevin's
All right.
doing his best. Kevin found a as he's kind of flying around, there's this on the left hand side there's a lot of like very fine items, and in one like large glass display there's a staff sitting in the middle. It's like this gnarled wooden piece with like a metal wrapping around the end and this like ruby sitting on the top of it, and Kevin is just kind of sitting in front of the glass staring at it.
I mean, I clock that. What is my friend looking at over there?
Well, it's an interesting piece that we don't quite have a name for. It is probably the second or third most expensive item in the shop.
Oh, God damn it, Kevin.
Got expensive taste, Kevin.
What does it do?
Well, it infers many spells and incantations to the caster. It enables their like magical field to dispel and ward off harm, and it also enhances their acuity, their mental acuity.
Well, sounds pretty good. How much does that cost?
We're talking in thousands of gold at this point.
Okay.
How many platinums?
How many platinum?
I don't think I have that many.
No, I don't think we do.
I mean, you do
How much would
have
a-
like hundreds at least.
Yeah. All pooled together, we have quite a bit, probably. I have
To
200 gold.
to give you an idea, when I say thousands, it's in like multiple thousands, like
Yeah, we got it. That's already too much. we can't.
Do you know where we might find this viral?
I'm afraid I do not. We don't require addresses or a home residence from our customers.
Hey, does the name sound familiar to me from maybe old work?
Roll a luck check. Just roll a
Okay.
d20.
Oh, here we go. It's so close. It's an 8. Everything's fine.
I don't think so. I don't think
Yeah.
Yari has had any interaction. You may try some of the circles for mages. I know the council has a tower here. Some of the more head magey individuals prefer the broomstick. It's a tavern.
We might get lucky.
Yep.
Like, this is a wonderful establishment, but I don't have the coin
Yeah,
for
that's
this.
beautiful.
Well, you are welcome anytime, and if you have questions or concerns or wish to part with any of your possessions, please return. Those magical in nature, of course.
Do you do enchantments here?
You see, he kind of stops and looks at you. We do.
Is it thousands and thousands? Because
It depends.
is.
It depends on what you would like and what you bring. Enchantments are not done with my magic alone.
We've got a dead 3-headed dog.
Let's put this back in the bag of holding.
I don't believe that qualifies.
Well, thank you very much for your time.
Of course.
Yeah.
Saris, you coming?
Give me a second. I want to look around for a second.
All right, don't touch anything.
No, of course
And
not. Kevin,
I'll-
don't touch anything.
You watch as Kevin is getting very close to like this what looks like rock candy, and then he backs away.
Kevin, you know not to eat food that you don't know where it came from.
You heard
It's like lesson number 1.
disgrunted twinkling.
So, you're like a genie?
Yes. I am a genie. Sparks come out of his hands.
And everybody else is gone at this point. And I'm like, so like, maybe this is rude or something, but like genies have like a reputation of making deals with people, like making wishes. Sometimes they don't always go without any
Well,
catches. Sometimes they might have some fine print.
In my time, I'm not quite as young as I look. I have made many wishes and deals. Though if you're looking, I'm afraid my well has gone dry.
It's not. Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm not looking for that. But you might know more than the average person about like if someone had made a deal, sort of a magical deal.
Oh, and
That they were.
What type of deal did we make? As he leans closer towards you.
How might one break such a deal?
Well, my dear, that very much depends on the fine print.
Yeah, I didn't read it at the time. And I have lost my copy of the contract.
There are those with the capability in the world to break deals.
I mean, maybe, and I take off my medallion and I put it on the counter. Maybe this could tell you something about it.
He kind of tilts his head to the side and looks down. Just a moment. As he brings his little magnifying glass over with all the little lenses on it, and he focuses down on it. And as he does, you hear a crack. And as you're kind of looking, the lenses of this magnifying glass that he was kind of looking through that are all stacked up are frozen and beginning to crack as he kind of steps back.
I'm not paying for that. I don't.
No, it's perfectly fine. That, my dear, have you spent much time with Faye?
Well, I mean, yeah, and I sort of gesture to Kevin. Like, pretty much every day.
But they're not a couple.
Not a
I'm
couple.
not there. I'm not there.
You're not there.
Unfortunately, I'm afraid I don't know much about the Winter Court, and I would much prefer not to.
Gotcha. All right. Well, maybe you have something in your little house of wonders that might help me.
What would you like help with? What specifically is the problem?
See, now I've been kind of on my own ever since making that deal for a while, and I just get the feeling every once in a while that I'm being watched.
As you say that, you watch as this genie just kind of turns and stares about 20
What are you
feet
looking-
behind you. And
What are you looking at?
as you turn, you see Kevin.
Oh, no. Well, I don't think. And I kind of look at Kevin for a bit. Also, we're just both looking at Kevin.
Kevin just looks back at both of you, and there's this confused twinkling sound.
Yeah, no, I don't think he's part of it. I don't know.
Well, there are plenty of things that can protect one from scrying magics.
Yeah, what's that?
Is there anything particular that you're looking for?
No, what is
protection
scrying magics?
Oh, those magics are used to see others.
Like, perhaps the person who gave me this might be scrying on me?
They could. They may also not need to. It depends on the terms of whatever deal you agreed to.
Would any of these items you have give me some sort of privacy?
We have many items that are built to be protective against those magics of a divinatory nature. Yes. He kind of
Cool.
floats. He floats.
I
off.
don't have thousands and thousands of gold.
Yes. You're very middle range, we'll say. As he floats off towards the side, and he comes back with this little necklace on this like leather wire that has this little shell on the end. It's this kind of like curling conch shell design that's maybe about yay big. This should do the trick to ward off against divinatory magics. At least until it loses its. At least until it's overpowered by too much magic.
All right. Any idea how long that would take?
It depends on the quality of the caster.
All right. Well, okay. Second follow-up question. Would I know when it stops working?
Oh yes, it will break.
Okay. Then I can get a refund.
No, I'm telling you, it will break.
Fine. Now, how much is it?
This is a measly 100 gold.
How many platinum is that?
I think 10, right?
It is. Yeah. No, it's 10.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll do it.
Of course, it's yours. As he slides it over to you and takes platinum. Who even carries the platinum?
Well, it's. I don't know. Maybe you can help me with this. I can't seem to carry gold
You can't
or silver.
You can't carry gold
No.
or silver. That
Or
is
silver.
horribly unfortunate.
I can only carry copper or platinum.
You very much have my sympathies, my friend. That is awful.
Okay, it means nothing to you. All right, fine.
I'm afraid I don't have a way to ward off whatever that is.
Cool. I guess this will work for now. Thank you.
Would that I could grant a wish for you, but I cannot.
I don't think I would even do it if you could. I've been down that road.
Have we learned a lesson?
No. At least not yet. Not quite what the lesson was.
Understandable. Well, I do hope the necklace is of help. And if you do need anything else, feel free to come back and ask.
Thank you. What's your name?
Argyle. Argyle?
What?
Not Argyle.
I know a guy.
Wrong,
I know a guy
wrong.
named Argyle.
Yeah,
Really?
it's crazy. We have the same name.
That's
Oh.
amazing. I didn't know I'd ever meet
You know
another
what?
Argyle.
We're doing it. That's what we're doing.
I'm Cirrus. It's a pleasure. Thank you. And I take the conch necklace and I take my medallion necklace and I put them both on my neck and I stuff them into my shirt. What did I just buy?
Just a fucking conch necklace, man. That
No, but what do I
awards-
put on my? What do I put on my?
I don't
sheet?
think it's a real item. I think it
Okay.
is entirely homebrew. I can make you something
There's
for
an-
it, but it just
There's an amulet of proof against detection and location.
what the hell is that? Let's see. Hold
I
on.
think
I
there
just
is
looked it up. I just looked it up on 5e.
I
It's
think there
really
is
cool,
actually an
but it's not gonna
artifact
break.
that's like something against scrying. I mean, or
Yeah. While wearing this amulet, you are hidden from divination magic. You can't be targeted by such magic or perceived through magical scrying sensors.
There you go.
there. What was that called? I'll go find it.
Amulet of proof against detection and location. It
That's
requires
quite a
two-
name.
Except
Does
yours will
require attunement.
break if too much scrying tries to happen on you.
That's fine.
As you were describing this item, I was looking through 5e.tools. I was like, I know something like this has to exist.
It's got to.
I knew there were because I played a campaign where someone was like, "I want something like this," and I just like, so I knew it kind of existed. Anyway, I'm done. Done with my scene.
Well, I wish you all the best. Good luck in your adventure. Do come back and tell the story. And
Cirrus comes
Cirrus,
outside and like,
I
did
imagine
you
heads
did you
outside
buy
and
that
says,
staff?
No, Kevin's working. Kevin's working up for it.
Saving up.
You will hear Kevin flies back over to the desk after you were like on your way out, and you hear the ghost of a conversation behind you. Yes, no, the staff. We had an offer that we turned down for 155,000. And we couldn't take it. It's just a little too low.
My brain melts out of my ears.
I'm hungry. Sylvia says. It's about lunchtime by now, right?
Yeah, I would say so. It's like the sun's getting up to the highest point in the sky.
Well, there isn't a sun. Is there?
The veil.
No,
Dun, dun, dun.
the veil light is as bright as it'll ever get.
Yes.
Yari, you know a good place to eat in town?
Yeah, they're all over the place.
We want to try eating at the broomstick.
Yeah,
I was-
we could totally do that. Two
What
birds.
say you,
in one
friends?
stone. Let us go to the broomstick.
All right, broomstick it is.
Let us away to the broomstick. This is my
Say,
new character voice.
let us away to the broomstick.
Ah!
This will be my next character in whatever campaign I play.
Great.
Never blinks.
Don't
make it
please
an
tell me
NPC.
which that one is, and I will watch, not play.
Just make it an NPC in weirdness.
Yeah.
Anyway, you guys get to this little ramshackle shithole that's kind of off towards the side. It's very much like run down. It doesn't look like the greatest place that you've seen. It's kind of like the rotted wood color, that like darkish grayish color. Gotcha. And it's just got like a little broomstick on the signage that's kind of like hanging askew, and it just says the broomstick. As you head inside, it's not very lively, it's not very loud. It's got a lot of people just sitting and quietly drinking from mugs that do look clean. The mugs look clean. That's, it's got one up on some of the other places that you've been to. But most of the individuals are either wearing some type of like long travel cloak. There's one that has like a large wizard's hat, and a lot of them
Like
are sitting
Yari.
over. Yeah, a lot of them are slitting over like scrolls or books, drinking or eating. As you come in, behind the bar, there is a small gnomish lady kind of standing on a stool with her hair back in a bun and this bright red, fiery hair and freckles on her face, as she is busy pouring drinks and preparing food and sliding it out for servers to take to tables.
I'm gonna go up to the bar.
I would
Alright.
follow Tilvius.
And
I will.
what's
Yeah, same.
gonna do for you?
We're hungry.
And what would you like?
We're hungry.
What do you offer at this fine establishment?
Well, we've got the mutton today, and the pies and typical foods.
All right. What sound good, everyone?
I'm easy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Stew's nice.
Stew.
Yeah, we'll take 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 or 6 stews. Sorry, unless Kevin wants a whole stew to himself. I thought he would just share with you.
To drink.
No, thank you. At least for me.
Mead.
Coffee if you got it.
Well, actually, water? You got any water?
I'll have some wine.
She just kind of nods her head at all of you.
Josh, Cirrus will have some wine. Excellent.
Okay.
Picked up a few things in the Feywild.
Yeah, so she'll get ready for that, and she'll kind of direct you that you can no that you can take a seat at like any table, and she'll send someone over with your things to you. So eventually, you guys, I imagine, take a seat and
Yeah. I just start idly playing with my dancing lights, just spinning them around. Just
it doesn't have the reaction that it normally has in
no,
establishments like this.
I figured this is like nothing
Yeah.
for these people. I'm just
Um,
playing with them.
most of them kind of look over at you. A couple of them raise an eyebrow and then go back to whatever it was they were doing.
So how do you think we're gonna find this guy? Just name drop him and
Yeah, we can just ask. We say we're on guild business and like to talk to him about a strange arcane matter that's come up.
yeah, maybe more like make it seem like we're asking his opinion rather than like, tracking him down.
Yeah.
Sometimes people will run.
Yeah, we wanted to get his opinion on something, which is true.
Yeah, exactly.
We should be careful.
If you're too careful, you'll never get anything done.
Yeah, well,
He's clearly very powerful. He can stitch dogs together and they don't die.
we don't know if he did this. We just know that he knows about it.
What if he stitches us together and then we don't die?
Then we wouldn't be dead.
We'll be stitched together.
Look, I don't. Serious?
We may be stronger.
Serious? I don't know. Right now, I just
With
like,
our
if he is-
6 powers combined.
Did you ever see that traveling minstrel show? The centipedes. Human centipedes.
Specifically,
exist on this
just
planet.
humans was so weird.
Yeah.
It was.
I don't want to be a
You're not a human. You
Centaur.
can't be a-
dragonborn, a bullywug. I forget what Yari is.
A regular human.
regular
Miami.
human.
Regular human.
Regular.
Regular
human. I am a regular.
Can I side note real quick about a funny thing that's true in real life? In my company that I work for, there's actually a woman whose last name
A
is
regular human.
So her name is Naomi Human.
No.
And Yes, and then there's another person whose last name is actually Person.
Oh my god.
So there's a Naomi human, and a Diane Person, and they're totally not space aliens come to observe us. They're just a regular human and a regular person.
That's beautiful.
I would love it if those names were combined and the person's name was actual person or actual human or human person.
That's
Human
so-
Human
person.
person. Human person.
Anyway, back to the
They've,
back to
they've
the
got to get
D&D.
married and hyphenate, you know.
Yeah,
Oh, that'd be so.
Naomi human / human dash person.
That's so beautiful. Oh,
Well,
You have to. Do they have children? You must.
I'd actually
Make
don't know. I'll
them.
find out.
What is it? when lords used to betroth their children, yes, betroth them.
beautiful. All right, what are we doing at this table, y'all?
We're waiting for.
Apparently, we're eating
gonna-
stew and talking about a wizard.
Yeah, so eventually
And then we're gonna ask about the wizard.
some of the like servers will come by and bring you the drinks that you asked for and some stew. Yari, the coffee that you get here, subpar.
Oh,
it's coffee.
How's the mead?
Better than you would have expected. It's you really, by the look of things in here, thought that it was going to be just awful water, right? But no, it's really not bad. You're pleasantly surprised.
How's the
wine?
water?
It tastes like water. It doesn't taste like terribly minerally. It's very flat. There's not a lot of character to it.
Good. I pour it on myself.
Yeah.
Yes, that's right. You have to stay hydrated.
and the wine. How's the wine?
Subpar. Not quite as good as the mead is. It seems
Oh.
like most people do appear to be drinking like mead or some variation thereof. Not a lot of wine that's going out here. It's
Wine
not the
is
worst, but it's
One
not...
thing I will say is the wine is. It's very disappointing. Everywhere.
everywhere. That's true. You haven't been to a place that has nice wine yet. One day. The server is a little taken aback at you just chucking water on yourself.
And I'll say, I'm sorry. He has to stay hydrated.
And like
That's
I
great.
do that amphibian thing too, where like the one eyelid like lags behind the other, and then the third eyelid comes
Yeah,
out.
the sideways eyelid.
This poor server just slowly steps back.
I start brushing Tilvius.
I actually do have a horse brush in my inventory. If you would like to, anytime, if anyone wants to ever groom me.
we got this going on, and like some of the patrons are just kind of like giving you a double take as they look over at this table, just doing weird shit. And then some
What?
of them see like guild badges, like the shine of guild badges, and they go,
Before the server backs out completely, excuse me, I have a question for you.
yes. What?
Have you seen the mage? How do you pronounce his name? Byril. Anytime recently?
I don't.
Maybe this would help refresh your memory. I slide over 10 copper.
10 copper. He'll look at it and he'll look at you. I'm gonna slide it into his pocket. I'll go, Byro was someone that was here quite a bit. Maybe 2 or 3 months ago. We haven't seen him since then. But he used to come in all the time, talking about his experiments, and once he was a little bit deeper in his cups, his obsession with canines.
We wanted to ask his opinion about some arcane stuff. He seemed like an expert in what we were looking into.
He hasn't been.
I lean over to Argyle. Definitely not the dead.
I know.
What?
Wait, yeah. What did you say? I couldn't hear you.
It's definitely not that dead dog we have in that bag.
Oi, chinga.
Right. Right.
Sirius, you can't whisper. Don't forget, you're unable to whisper. This might be part of your pact.
There's this pause as this server is like hesitating to say more, like he was going to say more, and there's this like slight hesitation.
I slide
I
a
slide
gold.
Oh, yeah, good for you. You do that.
What did you just slide over?
A gold.
Oh, he very quickly takes that and puts it in a pouch before anybody could see, as he's kind of like looking back at like the lady that was at the bar and some of the other servers to see if anybody had seen what just happened. As he kind of places it and then acts all nonchalant.
It's a little wet and slimy. Don't touch your eyes or mouth, please.
He does not. He does not seem to care. As you say, don't touch your eyes or mouth, he kind of wipes his hand on his little apron by his side, and just continues. I have heard he has a place down at the docks on the lower level, next to the entrance, like the main forum, and I know that he commissioned carvings and statues of dogs. For his house. I don't know exactly where, but hopefully that's useful.
I think it probably is. Thank you very much. This is very good, by the way.
I'm glad you like it. As he very quickly walks away now. You watch as he kind of walks over towards the head lady, and there's words, and she just looks very confused as he dashes out of the pub.
How old is this gnome lady?
Do you have much of a reference for the age of like gnomes?
I probably had. How many gnomes came through the inn while I worked there?
I would say like, I guess a fair number. Yeah, like a fair number, I would say. Nothing like insane. I would say like, if you had to guess looking at her, she's probably around like that 100 mark.
Okay. I was just wondering if she was cute.
Yeah, I mean she's around like 100 is young for gnomes.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, we've got a lead. We've got food.
Sitting around the table, eating your stew, drinking your drinks.
I think we should go check that out.
Yeah,
Pay our
I think so
tab
too.
deep.
This is fun. This is like a city mystery adventure.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't die. Or
What was the? Did we ever know the name of the? Because it wasn't like it wasn't the count that was there in the caravan, but he had like somebody who was running the caravan.
Mm-hmm.
Do we know that guy's name?
I don't believe so. I don't think I ever said what it was.
Yeah, I don't think that we really learned it either.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna have to dip. You guys have fun.
We'll
Chris.
be wrapping up shortly after that as well. But have a good night.
Night.
See you later.
Bar. So, what are we doing around this table?
Well, if we have a name and we have a
lead.
location to go to, then finish the meal, and we still have a day, so we could keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys wrap up your meal and head outside. the veil light's starting to die out at this point, but still plenty of light in the sky. As you make your way down towards like the wharf level, where a lot of the buildings are closer together and kind of like hobbled to the point where they're very much making room for people here. It smells like that salty sea air as you're heading down. Very familiar to some. As you're kind of heading down, and you spend some time looking around. Why don't you give me like investigation checks to see how we do looking for this house?
Guide yourself.
Can I give the help action to somebody instead? My investigation is terrible.
Yeah.
Somebody
Help Argyle.
I will help
I'm
our
not very
guy.
good at investigation either. Although I rolled a natural 19, so I get a 19.
That's pretty good.
I also guidance.
I rolled a 28 initiative.
That's not what you rolled.
What?
23.
Yeah, so as you guys are heading around, you're kind of like looking around, and eventually you come towards this little like small shack that's built up. It's got like a smaller, lower wooden fence around it, and inside you see just odd statues of like dogs, almost like garden gnome sized statues, and on the door you see kind of like carved into the wood like caricatures of canines. That's weird. Haven't seen that before.
I'll say, Rusati, you've been awful quiet today. What do you think?
Rosati will look at you and go, we talked earlier about higher up mages, and I'm just excited to meet one. Like meet more wizards.
That's fair. I want to start approaching the shack, kind of looking at all the little garden gnomes, maybe even a chihuahua.
Yeah, there's definitely a chihuahua in there for sure. Yeah, so you kind of head up. There's nothing like stares back at you. Nothing really jumps out. You just head in towards this little shack.
Nothing out of the ordinary.
Not that you
Other
can
than
tell.
the weird dog statues.
Yeah, it's just weird. Like you've definitely seen some weird shit as you've been going around the city. There was one that had like a lot of crystal balls that were hanging out. One guy had just like busted up branches that were jammed into the ground. Definitely weird things that you have seen, but this kind of matches the description. So
Give him a little boom, boom, boom.
So as you come up and you go to knock on the door, it just kind of slides open, and you hear that creak as the door slides open.
Gerda, do you smell anything?
And as you ask Gerda if she smells anything, that's actually where we're gonna end, as the door creaks open. So we're gonna go around. We're gonna do outros, and then we're just gonna sign the fuck off. Hi, Joff.
Hello. I had a lot of fun, although I'm a little bit tired, and I think we all are, because I don't know where I was going with that. I'm just falling off the rail on this one, guys. It was really fun. I played Yari and rolled some dice. I'm not on the internet, so it doesn't matter. Ding.
Ding.
Hi, Chris.
Hi, I'm Chris. I played Sylvius the Tentar.
The Tintar.
I'm pretty tired too, apparently.
Sylvius the Tentar.
Sylvius the Tentar.
We're getting there. Hi, Amador.
I'm Amador. I played Argyle, Bullywomp, the Grung, Artificer, Alchemist. I'm still waiting for my Weed Whacker to come back, Alex. You still haven't returned that. My lawn is overgrowing.
You poor thing. One day.
One day.
And I have been Dakota Orishiro. This has been Unveiled. We're so happy to have anybody. If you happen to be watching this, I hope anybody that is, and I hope everybody here has a great week. And we will see them next week. So, yeah, bye bye. As we get into this, I will just let you know the precursor to the actually what's going on in Saris. Yeah. So, have a good night. Bye bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to another Vibe Tribe production. What's gonna happen next time? Well, you're gonna have to tune in to find out. But until then, remember, take care of yourself, love one another, and as always, make sure that you keep the good times rolling. Thank you for being here, and we'll see you next time.